Hey guys, happy Friday. Woo woo, it's Friday. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick video here. I am at the Camarillo Art Center and I was preparing for class, and although I don't have any in-person participants today, I thought, well, let me bust out the camera here and do a quick live. Okay, good. All right, today I wanted to make a card with you from the Comfort and Hope set that I got. I actually earned this set free last month for reaching some of my Stampin' Up! Demonstrator goals, which I thought was really exciting. I don't just get rewarded with cash, I get free product too, which is nice because I can share it with you and show you some fun tricks. Today is going to be called Frugal Friday. This set is only $21, and I had an idea that every Friday perhaps I would bring you a project that was less than $25. So today we're going to use ink. So I brought my collection of Stampin' Spots. These are the little guys that come in the paper pumpkin kits, the monthly subscriptions. You can also purchase plain like white pads and use your re-inkers to ink them. Sometimes that's a more affordable way to get all the colors of ink if you are a beginning to casual crafter before you get the full-size ink pads, okay? Just a little tip for you. Speaking of frugal, I mean, we are talking about frugal. Okay, so every Friday I'm gonna bring you a project, $25 or less. This stamp set was $21. Today I'm just going to use my paper trimmer and scorer to create a couple card bases with Whisper White cardstock. Okay, can you see that? All right. So I have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the cardstock in my Stampin' trimmer. And I remember we measure on the left. So 4 1/4 is half of 8.5 inches. 4 1/4 is half of 8.5. So what I want to do is I want to score with the light gray tool. I want to score my cardstock. What that's doing is that it's putting a bend into it. Hey Edith. Then I'm going to open it back up, turn my sheet of paper the other direction, and I'm going to measure it at 5.5 over here on the left, right here, 5.5. Don't get confused and go 4.5 because we're used to measuring on the left. You got to learn to work backwards. Okay, 5.5 because that is half of 11. So basically I'm using a piece of standard 8.5 by 11 cardstock to make 2 card bases. My little guy keeps falling out. I think I need a replacement. Okay, so we'll make 2 cards today. And I haven't practiced this. I just have it in my head, but I want to teach you a trick. So here's my score line. Remember the mountain, the bumpy side goes in the middle, okay? And then you can use your bone folder. This is a bone folder, $7. Again, you don't have to have this. You can use your fingers to press the fold until you get tools that are helpful. It doesn't hurt my hand as much when I use this. You can work your way up to the tools. All right, so now we have a card base here. So I have brought with me today my Stamparatus. This is a stamp positioning tool by Stampin' Up. It's called the Stamparatus because it's pretty magical. It's pretty unique. It's kind of a dinosaur name. It cracks me up. Stamparatus. Or apparatus. An apparatus is a tool, right? Okay, so the stamps that we're working with today from Comfort and Hope are rubber stamps. So we call them cling stamps because, as you can see, this is sticking onto my hand. Normally, if I was not using the Stamparatus, I would use a block. Put it on the block, stamp it in my ink, and stamp about, okay? Today, I'm going to use this. Now, Stamparatus comes with a foam pad. This is to be used with the photopolymer stamp. So I'm gonna pull that out for now because I am using rubber, okay? I'm gonna put my grid paper back in there. You can see I've used the grid paper before doing a bird card. And I'm gonna bring my card over, okay? And there are, oh wait, there's magnets on the back. I just like to use one. See, they're on the back. I like to use one because sometimes if the magnetic pull forces them together, they're kind of fragile and they break. So one is enough. Put it up in the corner there just to hold the paper where I want it. Sometimes I do need to, I'll be honest. Okay. Now I'm gonna position where I want some of these stamps to be here in my mind. So what I want to do is make kind of a grunge pattern card. I'm just really experimenting with this new stamp set, Comfort and Hope. As you can see, it's got a lot of background type images, the wood paneling, the grid paper, like worn out grid paper. You could do an array of pine cones. It's got little sequins and enamel dots. It's really cool. So I don't even need any embellishments to make this card. And this looks like the tinsel wire that we used to work with, the metallic wires. So I'm going to use probably some neutral colors. Also, I'm going to use the Comfort and Hope sentiment right about here, and watch. I'm going to show you a trick. And then I have an inside sentiment. Hi Sandy, hi Edith. And some of those little fake sequins, okay? We're gonna come at that later. So, see how I put the Comfort of Hope there? I'm gonna teach you a trick where the Comfort of Hope is gonna be standing out and that wire ribbon is gonna be behind it. Actually, I hope it works out good. So, I'm gonna pick up Comfort and Hope with my right board. You see, my right window. Okay, I'm gonna put it over there. And I'm gonna pick up the rest here with my top window, okay? Now, just because I put all three here on my top window, that doesn't mean they have to all be the same color. Another reason I brought my stamp in spots, let's pick some colors now, is because they're small and I can work with them in a tiny way. I can hold them and stamp the area that I want stamped without worrying about getting it on the glass or the plexiglass or the other stamp next to it. So this is gonna save me time in the long run because this is the size block that I would need for every single one. I don't have to peel it and switch my block all the time. I'm telling you, the Stamparatus is a really cool tool to have. Okay, I'm gonna go terracotta tile, maybe some green, like a dark green. We'll go mossy meadow for these hash marks. I'm gonna go terracotta tile for my wood, and I think I'll go for this twine. Let's see, green, orange. I feel like I need something either on the plum side, which is what I think I want the words to be. No, that's Mary Merlot. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, that's retired. Fresh Fig is retired, but I like that color. Gorgeous Grape is too bright. Okay, Blackberry Bliss is gonna be my sentiment over here. And put Mary Merlot. And I think I want something brown or neutral in the background for this twine here. Soft suede. I'm gonna go with soft suede here, okay? Okay, now, probably wondering how I'm gonna do that trick with the Comfort and Hope. We're gonna do Comfort and Hope first, actually. Okay, I'm gonna stamp it up. You guys see okay? See me stamping it up over here? I know it's sort of halfway out the window, but you get the idea, right? Halfway out the vision, the camera. Next time I'll raise the camera a little bit higher so that it covers a little more surface. I'm kind of learning as I go here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Comfort and Hope is stamped up. Put it down, give it a little press. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Here's another glorious thing of the Stamparatus. I didn't get as deep of a saturation on the color that I like, probably because I'm talking and I either let it sit too long, it's drying out, or maybe I need to re-ink my little spot. So because the Stamparatus, I can put it in the same exact place again and again and again until I fulfill the deepness and the saturation of color that I want. Boom, that looks so much brighter, right? Shall I bring it up? A minute ago it was kind of speckled looking. And although this is kind of grungy and I don't care if that happens to these designs, I really wanted the sentiment to be bold. Okay, now, trick. This little paper here is the paper that I peeled off the back of the stamp in here. If you haven't ever put together a stamp set, seriously, we should do that together. Save these guys sometimes. Not all the time. I don't want you to have a bunch of junk laying around, but you get my idea. So you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna utilize this shape. I'm gonna cover Comfort and Hope. Gonna leave it there. I'm going to stamp up the other plate, all these images up here that I want. The middle, I'm gonna do soft suede. I'm a noisy stamper today. Oh, I did get a little bit over here, but you know what? I'm not really concerned with it. I actually want it to be kind of abstract. Okay, and then I'm gonna stamp up my terracotta tile. If you're gonna rub the ink like this, be very gentle. These are made out of a fabric. You don't want to fray them too much, but sometimes I get tired of patting. Okay, just be very careful. Okay, so that was terracotta tile. That is one of our in colors that won't retire until next summer. Okay, Blackberry Bliss. And here's the mossy meadow that I want on my hash marks over here, my grid paper. Okay. There we go. Now I'm gonna put them down. Ta-da. Now, see that piece of paper is covering my words that I already put down. So when I lift my ink, you'll see. Da-da-da. Look at that. Boom! I framed it with the wire and I left it blank. Little trick there. Okay. I'm gonna take this block off, this magnet. I'm gonna take the magnet off. And I'm done with my sentiment. I think I want more pattern. I think I want it on all four corners. So what am I gonna do? I'm going to flip it. Nope, that's not gonna work. I'm going to, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What happens if I go like this? Let's take this middle one off. Okay, I'm taking the middle one off and I'm just gonna eyeball it really carefully. If I go like this, okay, nope, I don't like that. How about if I go like this? I kind of like that. I'm gonna move it down like this. Okay, see how I'm eyeballing it? Now I want some grid paper over there. No, I don't want that either. Nope. I want it opposite. That didn't work, guys. So, hey, I have an idea. What if I take off this plate? See, I'm just learning with you. Hi, Emily. And I take off this plate and I move this plate over here. Then where does it put them? If I go like that, I get an idea. Okay, look, so if I want some up here and some down here, I can go like this. Let's see, is that gonna work? Again, don't close it all the way. A little bit more that way. Okay, I'm cool with that. So bring back in my magnet, kind of here because we already stamped there. And I'm gonna ink this back up over here. That's Mossy Meadow. It's one of our darkest greens and it's considered a neutral. Soft Suede was the wire and that is also considered a neutral. That's in our neutral family. The Terracotta Tile is the other one I need. That's considered one of our in colors from 2019 to 2021. In colors stay with us for 2 years at a time and they are 5 on-trend colors, in case you were wondering. All right, there we go. Now let's do it. I like it. Okay, there we have it. So put my magnet, take my card out, put my magnet away so I don't break it. Honestly, you don't want those 2 magnets to hit. Maybe I'll do another one in a minute. My battery's gonna die, so I think we're just gonna do this one. Okay, on the inside, now I'll use my block. On the inside, I'm going to put the sentiment that I spoke about. I have to send a sympathy card this week. That sucks, right? Like, oh God. Sorry, sometimes card making is really joyful and sometimes you have to make a sympathy card. But knowing that this might send some comfort and joy to the person I'm sending it to, I'm gonna do it anyway, right? These are probably the hardest cards I have to make emotionally, but they are still pretty and can warm a heart. So the inside says, sometimes there are no words, which is kind of funny because I've got 2 words there, comfort and hope. So I might put a handwritten sentiment below that, like, except for these 2. I don't know, that might be too humorous. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. All right, so now we have the sentiment there. And I told you that I had this little sequin stamp in my arsenal. So how about if we use a little more of that Blackberry Bliss as the highlight and we put some sequins on there, just little hints of hello. Ooh, that's kind of cute. No embellishments, you guys. So again, Frugal Friday, Comfort and Hope stamp set, only $21. I put the item number and the hostess code if you want to order it in the description of today's video. And ink spots are pretty affordable. White cardstock, I think you can get it for $8.75 a pack, 40 sheets of white. I'll put a little bit of this down here. Okay, really simple. So this is what we call hashtag simple stamping. So what I'd like you to do is, if you purchase the stamp set or if you have one at home, I want you to get some cardstock, some ink, and your favorite stamp set, and show me your simple stamping cards. If you want to throw in a bonus trick like that and show us something we don't know, that would be really cool and helpful. And then use the hashtag simple stamping on that, okay? All right, thanks for joining me today, you guys. Again, I am at the Camarillo Art Center every Friday at 3:30. We've got it safe and clean here, and every first Saturday at 10 a.m. Fridays at 3:30 and Saturdays at 10 a.m. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. Today, you guys, again, I am at the Camarillo Art Center every Friday at 3:30. We've got it safe and clean here, and every first Saturday at 10 a.m.